It's time for another episode of Ryan's Random... Wait a minute. Hold the phone. There's no trains here. But we have CEO Ryan. We have the Cowboys hat. There's slips of paper inside the Cowboys hat. But there's no trains. No track. And nothing to randomly review. What's going on? Well, everybody, and all our fans of Ryan Movie Productions, today is the first day of a brand new series. The first ever episode of Ryan's Random Sets. Now, you might be wondering, wait a minute, where's Ryan's Random Reviews? Well, Ryan's Random Reviews are coming back. We have a finale coming up for it, where we review the final engine and debut the next batch of 10. But, since Wooden Railway Stories is on hiatus until next month, and we're working really hard on our first ever movie, The Battle of Sodor, CEO Ryan and I came up with a wonderful idea. Let's do another random series by the random theme, but this time make it about sets. As you know, CEO Ryan is an excellent track designer. He designs all of the tracks that we've used and all the destinations and locations in every single episode of Wooden Railway Stories so far. So Ryan decided, why don't we put names of some notable Sodor locations into the cowboy hat and choose one, and from that idea, Ryan will build a set and showcase it and tell us when he saw the name of the location, how he was inspired by the idea, some tips and tricks to making the actual location, and whether or not he liked the finished product that he's going to produce. So today, for the first time ever, Ryan is going to pull a name from the Cowboys hat, and he's going to show us what Sodor location he will be building in today's very first episode of Ryan's Random Sets. We hope you enjoy. It's a completely different spin on the whole random series, and if this turns out well, we might even do more random series in the near future. So, CEO Ryan, I'm going to shuffle up. Same process. We're going to shuffle. We're going to show after Ryan picks. And then we're going to cut for a little bit. And Ryan's going to build the set. And he's going to talk about it. And we'll let Ryan take the microphone at that moment. So, I'm going to shuffle. We all remember the good shuffle. I like to give a good shuffle. And we'll let Ryan talk during the build. I just wanted to get the formalities out of the way because it's an entirely brand new series. We love bringing brand new series. We got cool creations, we got random reviews, we got Wooden Railway Stories, and of course we got regular Wooden Railway and other toy reviews. And we'll be bringing those out as well. Alright, that's a good shuffle. Now Ryan's going to close his eyes. CEO Ryan's going to make a choice. Here he goes, and he's going to give it to me, and we're going to see what today's random set is. Today, Ryan will be randomly building the Blue Mountain Quarry. Ryan is going to build the Blue Mountain Quarry, which has been featured in many of our narrow gauge episodes of Wooden Railway Stories. So, CEO Ryan is going to go and build a Blue Mountain Quarry for the Wooden Railway, and we'll give him a chance to do that, and then when we return, he's going to showcase his cool creation. Blue Mountain Quarry today.
So, this is my take on the set of the Blue Mountain Quarry. Okay, now let me give you like a tour of it. Okay, we're gonna start right here at the T-switch. And we're gonna make that. So if you follow this way, it comes through a couple of curves, goes through a long straight line of track, makes another curve, and then it leads to the Blue Mountain Quarry tunnel. And there's another switch. There's another switch where there's a sighting where Reneus and Scarlovia are taking a goods train. And it leads to a buffer at the end of the line. If you take this track, it goes underneath the tunnel, and it leads to this B switch that's from the Nafford Station set. and it goes up the incline to buffers. And what I did instead of like showing the red stacks and all, I put like Trackmaster pieces from the Blue Mountain Quarry and the Abandoned Mine set and hid these so it looks like real rock instead of like bricks and all. If we keep on following this way, we come to another switch, which can go up a little hill into another switch that leads to a sighting. And if you come out where you lead to where Luke is pushing a train, leads to the switch, and you can go this way, make a curve, and make a loop, and go back to where Merrick and Skarloey and Rheneas are. And basically, that's it for the Blue Mountain Quarry set. Okay.
Okay, Ryan, so let's just give one more glance at the set as a whole before we start asking some questions. These questions are going to be standard for every episode of the new series, Ryan's Random Sets. So, CEO Ryan, would you find this set easy for, what type of age group would you find this set easy for someone to build?
I would find it for ages 5 and up.
Okay.
To build, because there's big, bulky Trackmaster pieces you need to use for the set, and then yet again there's small pieces that 3-year-olds could put in their mouth.
Of course. Right. Now, would parent help be helpful?
There could be some adult assembly, putting some of the stacks together, and pretty much you wouldn't need anyone to lay out the track design.
Okay. Now, we see that you use the Trackmaster parts, Blue Mountain Quarry parts. Now, if somebody only was a wooden railway in their collection, could they use real rocks? Is there a Blue Mountain Quarry wooden railway set or any type of wooden railway stuff that they could use for rocks?
Well, they could do outside filming for those kind of things, because I know this YouTuber who does outside filming Thomas and Friends episodes, and or you could just buy the Blue Mountain Quarry sets from 2012 from Learning Curve, and that's basically that's all I can
do it without Trackmaster. And I believe there is a new Merrick set wooden railway.
Merrick and the Rock Crusher.
Okay, have you seen that set? Is that a good set? Would you recommend it for a Blue Mountain layout?
Yeah, I would. Most of all because you get Merrick and Thomas and Luke and the Rock Crusher itself, and this really detailed mountain piece.
Yeah, I was going to say these Rock Crusher car that you have right here. And let's see what you have over here.
Some box cars and blasting.
Yeah, these two cars right here, and I know there's another car, but it's not featured right now. They say Center Island Quarry, but they're excellent, great for the Blue Mountain Quarry because it's very realistic. So you really also did a great job. That's the next question. What characters would you see fit? What characters would work with this layout besides the ones here?
Yeah. Okay. Characters that would work with this layout also would be Peter Sam, Rusty, Fearless Freddy, Duke, Mighty Mac, and basically the rest of the narrow gauge engines. But since there's some standard gauge track, it would be Thomas, Henry, Gordon, Edward, James, Percy, Toby, Emily, Doc. All those type of standard gauge characters.
So it's basically up to anybody's imagination as to whether or not, because you could pretend that one part of the quarry is standard and one is narrow. Can you do that?
Yeah, you could. You could have some. I know someone who did this on YouTube. He had had the wharf incorporated into a small layout.
Mm-hmm.
He had a T switch, not like this one, but a one that was shaped like a cross, and one line would be standard gauge and one would be narrow gauge. and that's what he did basically for the wharf. You can have like that incorporated into the set for narrow gauge and standard gauge engines.
Okay. Now the last two questions are basically your own views and your own basically review of the layout you created. Would you use this layout in future Ryan Movie Productions videos?
Definitely. It's a nice layout. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just plain perfect for any narrow gauge or Blue Mountain Quarry standard gauge episodes.
Yeah, and I could see it if you removed the logos and stuff. It could be made into any quarry, like any other quarry on Sodor.
Like the Farquhar Quarry.
Exactly. So now we're going to go out of 5 stars. Ryan, you built this randomly chosen Blue Mountain Quarry wooden railway layout. What would you give it out of 5 stars?
I would give it a 5 for just like how good it is. Like, it's not, like I said before, it's not too big, it's not too small, it's the perfect size for any good layout. Like, you could put a switch in here and connect it to like the standard gauge railway.
Okay, thank you so much, CEO Ryan. Another excellent job with an excellent video and the start of a brand new series, Ryan's Random Sets. We'll give you guys one more look at the Blue Mountain Quarry layout that Ryan built, pulling the Blue Mountain Quarry idea out of the cowboy hat. And thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, CEO Ryan, for doing your very, very best. Excellent set. Lots of interaction. Lots of things that can be done. It's so realistic to the actual Blue Mountain Quarry. And we got Merrick over here. And it's so, so good. Okay, so next episode, we'll be choosing yet another location that CEO Ryan will build and he will discuss. So thanks again, CEO Ryan. You guys are the best fans ever. If you ever want us to, we can make a video showing how to build the actual set that's showcased here. But for now, just enjoy it because it's fantastic and it was done randomly. So thanks again. Have a good day, everybody. Blue Mountain Quarry from the very first episode of Ryan's Random Sets.